I stood in the middle of the decorated hall and smiled at everyone. My heart felt light because tonight was supposed to celebrate my future with Olivia Bennet. My parents looked proud. Friends laughed around the tables. Soft music filled the room. I believed nothing could ruin this night. Olivia Bennet walked toward me with slow steps. "I need to talk," Olivia Bennet said quietly. "Right now?" I asked. "Right now." I nodded and followed Olivia Bennet near the stage. "What happened?" I asked. Olivia Bennet looked into my eyes for a long moment before opening a small velvet box. "I can't marry you." My smile disappeared. "What?" Olivia Bennet placed my engagement ring into my hand. "I'm giving it back." My fingers shook. "This has to be a joke." "It isn't." "Tell me why." "My feelings changed." "My feelings changed." I repeated. "That's all. I don't want to lie anymore." "You promised forever." "I know. You planned this party." "I know. You invited both families." "I know. Then why wait until tonight?" Olivia Bennet lowered every eye. I didn't have the courage before. Silence surrounded us. Guests slowly stopped talking. Every face turned toward us. Marcus Reed hurried across the room. "Ethan Carter, what's happening?" Marcus Reed asked. I couldn't answer. Olivia Bennet spoke first. "The engagement is over." Gasps spread through the crowd. Marcus Reed stared at Olivia Bennet. "You're serious?" "Yes." Marcus Reed looked at me. "Say something." I laughed once. The sound didn't even feel like mine. "I spent 3 years planning our future." Olivia Bennet whispered, "I'm sorry." "No, I really am." "No, Olivia Bennet. Sorry doesn't fit this moment." My mother covered my father's hand. Nobody moved. Nobody smiled anymore. I looked around the room and suddenly noticed someone standing behind Olivia Bennet. A young woman held a clipboard against a black dress. The woman looked nervous. The woman avoided every eye. I remembered seeing the woman earlier arranging flowers. The wedding planner. Sophia Hayes. Sophia Hayes quietly stepped backward. "I'm sorry," Sophia Hayes whispered. "Sophia Hayes shouldn't be standing here." "Wait," I said. Sophia Hayes stopped. "I didn't mean to interrupt," Sophia Hayes said. "You didn't." Sophia Hayes looked uncomfortable. "I'll leave." "Please don't." Olivia Bennet frowned. "What are you doing?" I looked at the ring resting inside my palm. Everything I believed had shattered in less than 1 minute. Marcus Reed grabbed my shoulder. "Ethan Carter, let's walk outside." "No, this isn't the time. I know exactly what time this is." "Marcus Reed Zeit." "Don't make another emotional decision." I smiled without happiness. "Too late." Olivia Bennet crossed both arms. "What does that mean?" I walked toward Sophia Hayes. Every guest watched. Sophia Hayes looked completely confused. "Is something wrong?" Sophia Hayes asked. "Yes. I think Marcus Reed is right." "Maybe. You need time." "I don't have time." Sophia Hayes blinked. "I don't understand." "I don't understand anything either." Sophia Hayes looked ready to leave again. "Please answer one question," I said. Sophia Hayes nodded carefully. "What question?" "Do you believe people deserve a second chance?" Sophia Hayes thought for several seconds. "Sometimes." "What decides that?" "The truth." "The truth." "Yes. Honest hearts deserve second chances." Olivia Bennet interrupted. "Ethan Carter, stop this." I ignored every word. Sophia Hayes looked at the ring in my hand. "You shouldn't make important choices while hurting." "I know. You'll regret it." "Maybe." Marcus Reed stepped closer. "Ethan Carter." "I hear you." "Then listen." "I can't." Sophia Hayes shook the head gently. "I don't even know you." "That's true. We've never spoken before tonight." "I know. You don't know anything about Sophia Hayes." "I know." The room became completely silent. Even the music had stopped. My heart pounded harder than ever. Every dream had already collapsed. Every plan had already burned. I looked at the ring one more time. Then I raised my eyes toward Sophia Hayes. "I have one impossible question." Sophia Hayes stared at me. "What question?" I took one slow breath. "Will you marry me?" Nobody made a sound. Marcus Reed froze. My parents looked completely shocked. Olivia Bennet stepped backward. Sophia Hayes covered the mouth with both hands. "You can't be serious." "I am." "You don't know Sophia Hayes." "I know. This isn't love." "I know. This is pain." "I know." Sophia Hayes looked directly into my eyes. I won't answer tonight. My heartbeat slowed for the first time. That's fair. Sophia Hayes surprised everyone with the next words. But Sophia Hayes won't say no either. Every person in the hall stared at us in complete disbelief, and I realized my broken heart had just started a story nobody inside that room could possibly predict. Morning arrived, but my phone refused to stay quiet. Every notification reminded me that my desperate proposal had become the biggest story anyone wanted to discuss. Videos from the engagement party had already spread across social media. Strangers argued about my decision. Some called me brave. Others called me foolish. I closed every app, but the comments stayed inside my mind. Marcus Reed knocked on my apartment door. I brought coffee. Marcus Reed said, I need something stronger. You need sleep. I don't think sleep remembers my address anymore. Marcus Reed sat across from me. Tell me the truth. I don't even know the truth. Did you really mean that proposal? I asked the question. That wasn't my question. I looked at my untouched coffee. I don't know why I asked. Marcus Reed sighed. I've known you since middle school. You never make reckless choices. I guess people change. No, pain changes people. Before I could answer, my phone rang. The screen showed one name. Sophia Hayes. I answered immediately. Hello, can we meet? Sophia Hayes asked. Of course. 1 hour. Riverside Cafe. I'll be there. The call ended. Marcus Reed watched my face. You're going. I have to. Don't confuse gratitude with love. I won't. I hope that's true. An hour later, I entered the quiet cafe. Sophia Hayes already waited near the window. Thank you for coming, Sophia Hayes said. Thank you for calling. I sat down. Neither of us spoke for several seconds. Finally, Sophia Hayes smiled nervously. I barely slept. I didn't sleep at all. I believe that. I owe you an apology. You don't owe Sophia Hayes anything. I embarrassed you. You surprised me. I made your life complicated. You definitely did. I lowered my eyes. I wasn't thinking clearly. I know. I understand if you want to forget everything. Sophia Hayes folded both hands together. I've been asking myself one question. What question? Why me? I answered honestly. I don't know. You really don't? No. I expected some dramatic speech. I don't have one. Sophia Hayes laughed softly. That's strangely comforting. I only know one thing. What? When everyone looked away from me, I noticed the only calm face in the room. You notice Sophia Hayes? Yes. Why? You look kind. Sophia Hayes stayed quiet. I wasn't trying to be kind. You were. Silence returned. Finally, Sophia Hayes reached into a bag and placed my engagement ring on the table. You forgot this. I stared at the ring. I don't want it back. You should keep it. Not yet. Sophia Hayes gently pushed the ring toward me. I've made a decision. My heartbeat quickened. I'll listen. I won't marry you today. I understand. But I also won't walk away. I blinked. What does that mean? It means Sophia Hayes wants to know the real Ethan Carter. You still want to know me? Yes. After that disaster? Especially after that disaster. I couldn't hide my surprise. Why? Because broken people usually tell the truth. My eyes filled with emotion. I don't deserve that much faith. Maybe not today. I appreciate it anyway. Sophia Hayes smiled. I have one condition. Anything. No lies. I promise. No pretending. I promise. No revenge marriage. I took a deep breath. I promise. Sophia Hayes picked up the ring again. If those promises stay true. I waited. Then Sophia Hayes, accept your proposal. For several seconds, I couldn't speak. You mean that? Yes. But not because of pity. Then why? Because everyone deserves one honest chance. I smiled for the first time since everything collapsed. Thank you. Don't thank Sophia Hayes yet. Why not? You still have to prove that yesterday wasn't only heartbreak talking. I will. When I left the cafe, another phone call arrived. The screen showed Olivia Bennett. I hesitated before answering. Hello. I need to see you, Olivia Bennett said. I don't think that's a good idea. Please. What changed overnight? I made a terrible mistake. I closed my eyes. I can't discuss this today. You proposed to someone else. I know. Did you love Sophia Hayes yesterday? No. Then why? I don't have an answer that will make sense. Olivia Bennett's voice trembled. I never thought I could lose you this quickly. You returned my ring. I know. I begged for a reason. I know. I thought you would fight harder. I spent 3 years fighting for us. The silence between us hurt more than shouting ever could. I still need to talk, Olivia Bennett whispered. Not today. I ended the call. Marcus Reed met me outside the cafe. How did everything go? I looked at the ring resting in my palm. Sophia Hayes accepted. Marcus Reed stared at me. You've started something that will change every life around you. I looked toward the busy street, wondering whether my impossible decision had become the beginning of healing or the first step toward an even greater heartbreak. A week passed after my unexpected proposal, but my life still felt unreal. Every morning brought another headline, another opinion, and another stranger claiming to understand my heart. The only peaceful moments arrived whenever I spent time with Sophia Hayes. Every conversation felt honest, and honesty had become something I valued more than promises. Sophia Hayes smiled while arranging flowers inside a small event hall. You came early, Sophia Hayes said. I wanted to help. You don't have to. I want to. Sophia Hayes handed me a box. Then carry these candles. That's easy. I'll find harder work later. I laughed. You're enjoying this. A little. We finished decorating in comfortable silence. Finally, I asked, why do you always stay calm? Sophia Hayes looked around the room. Because panic never solves problems. I wish I believed that. You will. I've made too many mistakes. So has everyone. You make everything sound simple. It isn't simple. Then why smile? Sophia Hayes looked directly at me. Because someone has to believe tomorrow can be better. Those words stayed inside my mind. My phone suddenly rang. Olivia Bennett. I hesitated before answering. Hello. Please don't hang up, Olivia Bennett said. I'm listening. I need to tell you something. What is it? I was wrong. I already know that. No, you don't understand. Then explain. Ryan Brooks lied to me. I frowned. What does Ryan Brooks have to do with us? Everything. My heart started racing. I don't believe that. I have proof. Why should I trust you now? You shouldn't. Then why call? Because I finally learned the truth. I stayed silent. Olivia Bennett continued. Ryan Brooks told me you plan to leave me after the wedding. That's ridiculous. I know. Why believe something like that? Ryan Brooks showed fake emails. I felt anger rising. You never asked me. I know. You never gave me a chance. I know. You believe someone else instead. I'm sorry. I close my eyes. I can't do this today. Please meet me. I need time. The call ended. Sophia Hayes watched my expression. Bad news. I don't know yet. You don't have to carry everything alone. I've been carrying everything alone for weeks. Not anymore. Those 2 words brought unexpected comfort. Later that evening, Emma Carter knocked on my apartment door without warning. I found something, Emma Carter said. You sound serious. I am. Emma Carter placed a folder on my table. Open it. I slowly flipped through several printed documents. Bank records. Phone logs. Emails. What am I looking at? Ryan Brooks paid someone. I looked closer. Paid someone for what? To create fake messages. My hands froze. No. Yes. I kept reading. Every page revealed another lie. Every document connected Ryan Brooks to a carefully planned scheme. This can't be real. I checked everything twice. Ow! I hired an investigator. You did what? I wasn't going to watch my brother suffer without asking questions. I looked at Emma Carter. You've been doing this alone? For weeks. Why didn't you tell me? I needed evidence before making accusations. I shook my head. I don't know what to say. Say you'll fight back. I don't want revenge. You deserve justice. Those aren't always the same thing. Emma Carter sat beside me. Ryan Brooks manipulated Olivia Bennett. I can see that. Ryan Brooks manipulated you too. I should have noticed. No, I should have protected us. You couldn't fight lies you never saw. I looked at another document. There are so many. Emma Carter nodded. Ryan Brooks wanted your company. My company? Ryan Brooks believed marriage would give easier access to your business. Everything suddenly connected. The fake emails. The broken engagement. The impossible proposal. Nothing happened by accident. My phone buzzed again. This time, A message appeared from Sophia Hayes. How are you feeling? I typed a reply. Confused. Angry. Tired. Asterisk, asterisk. Another message arrived almost immediately. You're still standing. That's enough for today. Asterisk, asterisk. I smiled despite everything. Emma Carter noticed. That message helped. It did. I like Sophia Hayes. So do I. Emma Carter grinned. Maybe your worst day accidentally led you toward the right person. I don't know. You'll figure it out. After Emma Carter left, I sat alone with a folder resting on my lap. Ryan Brooks had stolen trust before stealing peace. Olivia Bennett had believed every lie without believing me. Sophia Hayes had offered kindness without asking for anything. 3 people. 3 completely different choices. I looked at the engagement ring lying beside the evidence. For the first time, revenge no longer felt like the answer. But forgiveness still felt impossible. As another message notification appeared on my phone, I realized the next truth waiting for me could change everything I believed about betrayal forever. I barely slept after reading every document Emma Carter had collected. Every page proved that Ryan Brooks had carefully planned to destroy my relationship and gain control of my business. I knew hiding from the truth would only make everything worse. I called both families and asked everyone to meet that evening at my parents' house. The living room felt heavy with silence. Olivia Bennett arrived first. I almost turned around, Olivia Bennett said. I wasn't sure you would come. I owe you that much. A few minutes later, Ryan Brooks walked inside. Ryan Brooks looked confident. I don't understand why I'm here. You will. Marcus Reed entered carrying a laptop. I brought everything. Good. Emma Carter followed. I printed extra copies. My parents welcomed everyone without smiling. Olivia Bennett's parents quietly took their seats. Nobody looked comfortable. I stood in the center of the room. I asked everyone here because too many lies have survived for too long. Ryan Brooks crossed both arms. Stop speaking like a lawyer. I'm speaking like someone who finally knows the truth. Marcus Reed connected the laptop to the television. I'll show the evidence. Ryan Brooks laughed. Fake evidence won't change anything. Emma Carter placed several folders on the table. Read before making excuses. Ryan Brooks remained silent. Marcus Reed opened the first file. This bank transfer happened 6 months ago. Ryan Brooks shrugged. So, the payment went to someone who created fake emails. Olivia Bennett stared at the screen. No. Marcus Reed opened another document. The phone records matched the payment. Olivia Bennett looked at Ryan Brooks. Tell me this isn't real. Ryan Brooks avoided every eye. I stepped closer. You told Olivia Bennett, I plan to leave after the wedding. Ryan Brooks stayed quiet. You created fake messages. Still no answer. You destroyed my engagement. Ryan Brooks finally spoke. I only created an opportunity. My hands tightened into fists. An opportunity? Ryan Brooks nodded. You care more about love than business. What does that even mean? It means your company was worth millions. Olivia Bennett looked shocked. You said you wanted to help us. Ryan Brooks laughed bitterly. I wanted the company. The room became completely silent. Olivia Bennett whispered. Everything was a lie? Ryan Brooks looked directly at Olivia Bennett. You made everything easy. Telling me Ethan Carter planned to leave? You believed every word. Tears filled Olivia Bennett's eyes. I trusted you. You trusted your own fears. Olivia Bennett slowly shook every thought away. I destroyed my own future. I watched Olivia Bennett cry, but the pain inside me refused to disappear. Marcus Reed interrupted the silence. We have another problem. What happened? I asked. Marcus Reed opened another file. Ryan Brooks also tried to sabotage your company. My heart skipped. Ow! Ryan Brooks offered money to one of your managers. For what? To steal client information. I looked at Ryan Brooks. You attack my business too? Ryan Brooks smiled without shame. Business isn't personal. It became personal the moment you destroyed my life. Marcus Reed handed me another document. The manager confessed yesterday. I quickly read every page. The confession matched everything. Emma Carter looked at me. I told you the investigation mattered. You saved my company. Emma Carter smiled. I saved my brother. Ryan Brooks stood up. This meeting is over. No, I said firmly. It is. You don't get to decide anymore. Ryan Brooks looked around the room. Nobody can prove criminal intent. Marcus Reed smiled. The police might disagree. Ryan Brooks's confidence disappeared for the first time. What? The evidence has already been submitted. Ryan Brooks looked at Marcus Reed. You reported me? Marcus Reed nodded. Yesterday. Ryan Brooks turned toward the door. I don't have to stay. Olivia Bennett spoke before anyone moved. I have one question. Ryan Brooks stopped walking. Were any feelings real? Ryan Brooks answered without emotion. Feelings never mattered. Olivia Bennett closed both eyes. I ruined everything for someone who never cared. Nobody spoke. The silence carried more weight than any argument. Ryan Brooks finally walked out without another word. The front door slammed behind Ryan Brooks. Olivia Bennett looked at me. I don't expect forgiveness. You shouldn't. I only wanted the truth. You have it now. I'm sorry. I believe you're sorry. But I can't erase what happened. Olivia Bennett nodded slowly. I understand. After Olivia Bennett left, Marcus Reed sat beside me. You won today. I stared at the empty doorway. It doesn't feel like victory. What does it feel like? Like someone returned the truth after breaking everything it was supposed to protect. Marcus Reed rested a hand on my shoulder. Healing takes longer than justice. I hope you're right. That night, I locked every office account, changed every company password, and followed every security step Marcus Reed recommended. My business was finally safe, but my heart still felt trapped inside memories that refused to disappear. Justice had finally begun. Yet I feared the deepest wounds would never fully heal, no matter how many lies were exposed. 2 weeks passed after the confrontation, and for the first time in months, I woke without feeling trapped by panic. My problems had not disappeared, but the truth was finally stronger than the lies. I no longer spent every hour wondering what had happened. Instead, I wondered what kind of man I wanted to become after surviving everything. My phone buzzed while I prepared breakfast. Marcus Reed called. Turn on the news, Marcus Reed said. Why? You need to see this. I picked up the remote and switched on the television. The headline filled the screen. Ryan Brooks under investigation for fraud and corporate manipulation. I stayed silent. Marcus Reed spoke again. Karma works quietly. I never expected everything to happen this fast. Business partners are leaving Ryan Brooks. What about the company? Investors are pulling out. I let out a slow breath. I don't feel happy. You don't. I only feel empty. Marcus Reed paused. Maybe that's because revenge was never your goal. I think you're right. After ending the call, I drove to meet Sophia Hayes at a local park. Sophia Hayes smiled as soon as I arrived. You look tired. I finally slept. That's progress. I watched the news. I did too. We started walking along the quiet path. I thought seeing Ryan Brooks lose everything would make me feel better. I admitted. Did it? No. What did you feel? Nothing. Sophia Hayes nodded. Sometimes justice doesn't heal pain. I expected more. You expected peace. I guess I did. Sophia Hayes stopped beside a small lake. Peace doesn't arrive because someone else falls. Then how does it arrive? When you stop carrying yesterday. I looked at the calm water. I don't know how. You'll learn. I've never been good at letting go. You've already started. Have I? You're asking about your future instead of your past. I smiled. I didn't notice. I did. Before I could answer, my phone vibrated again. A message from Olivia Bennett appeared. Can we meet one last time? I sighed. Sophia Hayes noticed. Olivia Bennett? Yes. What will you do? I don't know. You already know. I do. If meeting Olivia Bennett will only reopen old wounds, don't go. I owe Olivia Bennett an answer. You owe yourself peace first. Those words stayed with me long after we left the park. That evening, I received another call. Emma Carter sounded excited. I have more news. What happened? The investigation keeps growing. What else did they find? Ryan Brooks hid money through fake companies. I leaned back in my chair. So everything is collapsing. Completely. I almost feel sorry. Emma Carter laughed softly. You have a kind heart. I don't know if kindness is strength or weakness. It's strength. What if kindness lets people hurt me again? Emma Carter answered without hesitation. Being kind doesn't mean being foolish. I smiled. I needed that reminder. The next morning, I finally agreed to meet Olivia Bennett. We met at a quiet coffee shop. Olivia Bennett looked different. The confidence was gone. Dark circles surrounded tired eyes. "Thank you for coming," Olivia Bennett said. "I can't stay long." "I understand." Silence settled between us. Finally, Olivia Bennett spoke. "I lost almost everyone." I listened quietly. My parents barely trust my decisions. I nodded. My friends keep asking why I believed Ryan Brooks. I don't have that answer. Olivia Bennett looked down. "I watch your life moving forward. I'm trying. I wish I had trusted you." "So do I." I replay that night every day. "I don't." Olivia Bennett looked surprised. "You don't." I stopped living inside that moment. "I wish I could." I looked directly at Olivia Bennett. "You'll have to forgive yourself before anyone else can." Tears filled Olivia Bennett's eyes. "I don't deserve forgiveness." "Maybe not today." "Will you ever forgive me?" I took a long breath. "I don't hate you anymore." "Is that forgiveness?" "It's the beginning." Olivia Bennett wiped away tears. "That's more kindness than I deserve." I stood. "I hope you find peace." "You too." I walked away without looking back. Later that evening, I met Sophia Hayes for dinner. "How did everything go?" Sophia Hayes asked. "Better than I expected." "Do you feel lighter?" "A little." Sophia Hayes reached across the table and gently held my hand. "I'm proud of you." "For what?" "You chose healing instead of revenge." "I almost didn't." "But you did." I looked into Sophia Hayes' warm eyes. For the first time since my engagement ended, I believed my future might hold more than pain. Ryan Brooks had lost money. Ryan Brooks had lost respect. Ryan Brooks had lost power. But the greatest victory was not watching another life fall apart. The greatest victory was realizing my own heart had finally begun to rise, even though the deepest scars still reminded me that true healing would always require more courage than revenge ever could. Several days passed after my final conversation with Olivia Bennett, but one thought refused to leave my mind. I had forgiven the lies enough to keep living, yet I still carried questions that deserved honest answers. I knew avoiding those questions forever would only leave another wound waiting to reopen. My phone rang early that morning. "Olivia Bennett." I answered after a long breath. "Hello." "Thank you for answering," Olivia Bennett said. "This will be our last conversation." "I understand." "I mean that." "I know. Where are you?" "I'm at the old Riverside Bridge." "I'll come." 20 minutes later, I found Olivia Bennett standing alone beside the water. The cold wind carried uncomfortable silence between us. Olivia Bennett looked at me. "I almost didn't ask you to come." "I almost didn't." "I'm glad you did." "I came because I don't want unfinished conversations following me forever." Olivia Bennett nodded. "I owe you the complete truth." "I'm listening." "I loved you." "I know, but I also loved security." I stayed silent. Ryan Brooks promised success, influence, and opportunities. I remember. I convinced myself those promises mattered. And our promises stopped matching. Yes. Olivia Bennett lowered every eye. I hated admitting that. "You don't have to convince me anymore." "I'm not trying to." "What are you trying to do?" "I'm trying to leave without another lie." I appreciated the honesty. I can respect that. Olivia Bennett took a deep breath. "I betrayed your trust." "Yes." "I embarrassed you." "Yes." "I broke your heart." "You did." "I don't expect another chance." "There isn't one." Olivia Bennett closed tired eyes. "I already knew. I've moved forward. I can see that. I hope one day you do the same." "I'll try." I reached into my pocket and removed the engagement ring. "I've carried this long enough." Olivia Bennett looked at the ring. "I don't deserve to touch it." "You don't." I placed the ring back into my pocket. "It belongs to my future now, not my past." Tears rolled down Olivia Bennett's face. "I'm truly sorry." "I believe you." "Thank you." "But believing your apology doesn't change what happened." "I understand." The silence felt peaceful instead of painful. For the first time, I no longer felt anger, only acceptance. "I should go," I said. "I hope life is kind to you. I hope you learn from everything." "I will." I walked away without turning back. Later that afternoon, I met Marcus Reed and Emma Carter in my office. Marcus Reed smiled. You look different. Do I? You finally look free. Emma Carter laughed. I noticed the same thing. I finished something today. Marcus Reed nodded. You closed the hardest chapter. I think so. Emma Carter handed me a small gift. Open it. Inside the box rested a simple leather notebook. What's this? A fresh beginning. I smiled. I like that. Emma Carter pointed toward the blank pages. Fill those pages with dreams instead of regrets. I'll try. Marcus Reed crossed both arms. You've spent months surviving. I know. Now start living. I want to. Marcus Reed smiled. Then stop looking behind you. That evening, I met Sophia Hayes at the same park where everything had started changing. Sophia Hayes noticed my smile immediately. Something happened. I finally said goodbye. How do you feel? Lighter. Sophia Hayes looked relieved. I'm happy. I couldn't have reached this place alone. You reached it because you chose honesty. You helped. I only reminded you who you already were. We sat on a quiet bench. The setting sun painted golden colors across the lake. I've been thinking, Sophia Hayes said. About what? Us. I smiled nervously. That sounds serious. It is. I've never wanted to become someone's replacement. You aren't. I never wanted pity. You never received pity. What did Sophia Hayes receive? I reached for Sophia Hayes's hand. Respect. Sophia Hayes smiled. What else? Trust. And hope. Sophia Hayes gently squeezed my hand. That's enough. No. What do you mean? I want to build something real. Slowly, slowly. Honestly, always. Without pretending. I promise. Sophia Hayes laughed softly. I believe you. I'll spend every day earning that belief. I know. We continued watching the peaceful water without speaking. The silence no longer felt empty. The silence felt safe. As we stood to leave, Sophia Hayes wrapped an arm around mine. I'm proud of you. For healing. For choosing peace when revenge would have been easier. I smiled. I finally understand something. What? The strongest victory isn't watching another person fall. What is it? It's refusing to fall with them. Sophia Hayes looked into my eyes. That's the man I hope to know. As we walked toward the parking lot together, I realized my future was no longer built on broken promises. My future was finally being built on trust, patience, and a love that had never needed lies to survive. 6 months changed my life more than the previous 6 years ever had. The pain that once followed every step had slowly become a memory instead of a prison. I no longer woke thinking about betrayal. I woke thinking about possibilities. My business had recovered. My family smiled again. Marcus Reed still reminded me to enjoy life instead of chasing perfection. And Emma Carter never stopped believing I deserved happiness long before I believed it myself. That afternoon, I stood beside a quiet lake where golden sunlight danced across the water. The gentle breeze carried the peaceful feeling I had searched for during countless sleepless nights. Sophia Hayes stood beside me, smiling with the same quiet kindness that had first caught my attention on the worst day of my life. You've been quiet, Sophia Hayes said. I've been thinking about today, about everything. Sophia Hayes smiled. Good memories? The best ones. I reached into my jacket pocket and slowly removed the small velvet box. Sophia Hayes looked at it before looking at me. Is that the same ring? Yes. You kept it. I wasn't ready to let it go. And now, I finally understand where it belongs. Sophia Hayes smiled, but tears already filled those gentle eyes. I don't need a perfect speech. I still wrote one. Sophia Hayes laughed. I expected that. I took a slow breath. Months ago, I asked one impossible question because my heart was broken. Today I'm asking another question because my heart has healed. Sophia Hayes quietly listened. I once believed this ring represented a promise that someone else destroyed. I was wrong. You were. This ring never belonged to my past. This ring was waiting for the right future. Tears rolled down Sophia Hayes' cheeks. I watched you choose kindness when anger felt easier. I smiled. You helped me do that. I only walked beside you. You stayed when you had every reason to leave. Because I saw the real you. You believed in me before I believed in myself. I did. I opened the velvet box. Sophia Hayes, will you marry me? Not because I'm escaping my past, Not because I'm trying to prove anything. Will you marry me because every tomorrow feels brighter when you're standing beside me? Sophia Hayes covered a smiling face with trembling hands. For the second time, you're asking the biggest question of my life. I know. This answer is much easier. Sophia Hayes nodded through happy tears. Yes. My heart felt lighter than it ever had before. Really? Sophia Hayes laughed. Yes, Ethan Carter. I carefully placed the ring onto Sophia Hayes' finger. This time, the ring fit perfectly. Sophia Hayes looked at the sparkling stone. It finally found its home. So did I. We hugged while the peaceful afternoon surrounded us. When I looked up, I noticed someone standing several yards away. Olivia Bennett. Olivia Bennett quietly watched us without interrupting. For one brief moment, our eyes met. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel sadness. I only felt gratitude for surviving everything that had brought me to this moment. Olivia Bennett offered a small, gentle smile. I hope you're happy, Olivia Bennett said softly. I am. I'm glad. Thank you. Olivia Bennett looked at Sophia Hayes. Take good care of Ethan Carter. Sophia Hayes smiled warmly. I will. Olivia Bennett nodded. I'm sorry for everything. I know. I'll spend the rest of my life making better choices. I believe you can. Another peaceful silence followed. Olivia Bennett turned around and slowly walked away without looking back. Watching Olivia Bennett disappear into the distance didn't feel like watching an enemy leave. It felt like watching the final page of a painful chapter close forever. Sophia Hayes gently squeezed my hand. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that revenge would never have given me this moment. What gave you this moment? Forgiveness. Sophia Hayes smiled. And love. And love. Marcus Reed and Emma Carter soon joined us with wide smiles. I knew this day would come, Marcus Reed said. You doubted me at first. I doubted your timing. Emma Carter laughed. I've never seen my brother smile this much. I forgot how. You remembered. I had help. Emma Carter hugged me tightly. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Marcus Reed pointed toward the lake. Funny, isn't it? What is? The worst day of your life became the first step toward the best one. I looked at Sophia Hayes. Sometimes losing the wrong person makes room for the right one. Sophia Hayes smiled. And sometimes broken hearts become stronger hearts. I nodded. My journey taught me something I'll never forget. Betrayal can destroy old dreams, but betrayal cannot destroy hope unless I allow it. Real victory isn't watching someone else suffer. Real victory is becoming someone stronger, wiser, and kinder than the person pain tried to create. I lost an engagement, but I found myself. I lost a promise built on lies, but I gained a future built on truth. As Sophia Hayes held my hand and the evening sun disappeared beyond the water, I realized my story had never been about revenge. My story had always been about finding the courage to love again. And this time, I knew my heart had finally found its true home.